From the standpoint of Pshuta Shel Mikra, argues the Rebbe, the Ramban's position will run into some problems and therefore must be rejected. As one reads the text, the request from the Bnei Gad or Bnei Reuven did not, to say the least, sit well with Moshe Rabbeinu. In fact, one could read a tinge of extreme anger and frustration, accusing them of attempting to subvert the hopes and the aspirations of the nation as a whole. Lama Taniyun, discourage, restrain, et lev b'nei Yisrael, the hearts and minds of the nation, from crossing the Jordan into the land, Asher Natan Lahem Hashem, that Hashem has allocated, assigned to them, preferring instead to receive an achuzah, an allocation, which by implication is not part of the Eretz Zavat Chalav Udavash promised at the Brit Ben Habatarim, and then accusing them of falling into the same trap that the Meraglim fell into when 40 years earlier they riled up, instigated the people to rebel against the leadership of Moshe Rabbeinu and not proceed into Eretz Canaan proper, with the dire consequences that resulted from that sequence of events. As noted previously, it was only when the Bnei Gad or Bnei Reuven made a commitment to lead the army into the land of Canaan and risk their lives on behalf of the nation as a whole, that a rock-solid agreement was drawn up between them and Moshe Rabbeinu, resulting in Moshe formally allocating to them the territory that was Ever HaYarden on the east side of the Jordan. From the standpoint of the Pshuta Shel Mikra, the fact that no mention is made until Pasuk 33 about an allocation to Shevet Menashe, we must conclude that Menashe was not part of the plan to settle in the Ever HaYarden, and as such, it seems somehow that with difficulty they were coerced into joining the Bnei Gad or Bnei Reuven to settle on the east side of the Jordan. They were given the land, as we noted previously, and as is amplified in the Yerushalmi, but not in contrast to Bnei Gad or Bnei Reuven, who took the land. And herein lies the difficulty with the Ramban's approach, where he argued that Shevet Menashe's joining the Bnei Gad or Bnei Reuven was instigated by Moshe Rabbeinu in order to create a more equitable distribution of land amongst the Shvatim. How could it be, asks the Rebbe, that Moshe would ask the people to give up their right, their privilege, to settle in a land Asher Natan Lahem Hashem, that was given to them by God, merely to satisfy the petty jealousies that might eventuate with a disproportionate allocation of land to Shevet Gad and Reuven? Moshe Rabbeinu from the very outset railed against the request, accepted the offer only under duress, and then turns around and asks from Shevet Menashe to do exactly that which he had found so distasteful when mooted by the Bnei Gad or Bnei Reuven. As such, from the standpoint of the Pshuta Shel Mikra, the Ramban's explanation for the lack of any mention of Shevet Menashe until Pasuk 33 is somewhat untenable.